Do you know why the best Christmas present is a broken drum?
No, I don't.
Well, you just can't beat it.
Get lost on it.
Ow!
Should we just keep rolling?
Yeah, just keep going. Hello everyone, welcome back. So if you don't know why we're laughing, I usually play the music after I tell a shitty joke like that, the intro music to both of us, but it came through my headphones instead and it deafened me. But welcome.
Burnt by your own fire there.
I did, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas joke, because it is in fact Christmas time. And
woohoo!
Just to our most recent podcast, it didn't end. It didn't age well, and it's only aged 3 days, and it still hasn't aged well. Us saying that Boris Johnson is letting us have Christmas. But about 3 days ago, we said, "Yeah, no, well, it's a good job that he's still letting us have Christmas," because there was talk about it not happening, and then the bombshell hit last night.
I feel like
Christmas
it's destroyed a lot of people's Christmas. That
it has, and let's just start shitting on the government here. The fact that the fact that they announced it fucking 5 days before Christmas, 5 or 6 days before Christmas, it was a bad move.
Having made an announcement prior saying it was on. It was like a tease.
Yeah, they're just dangling the carrot in front of everyone's face and then taking it away.
It's just like when the stripper's like, "Oh, come back to the room with me, but buy me a drink first." And you know that drink is gonna cost.
Yeah, or she takes you back to the room and just stabs you straight in the fucking heart. That's how it feels.
Bro, it's peak. It's peak.
Just fully shanks you. It is. What about all the people who have spent fuckloads of money on like all the Christmas food because they were planning to have the family over, and then they've just got a shitload of fucking turkey and and potatoes that's just not going to be eaten.
I heard this. This guy's on the radio talking about how he's bought a giant frozen turkey, but he's not going to eat that much turkey. So he's wondering if he can refund the turkey, get a smaller turkey. But
I think the government should pay for all our turkeys that we have wasted money on.
Yeah.
Come on, Boris, take out your paycheck.
I think that's the only reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, damn right. Because, mate, it has fucked a lot of people over. I understand why they need to do it, but like, surely they could tell that they needed to do it.
It's just for the people who live on their own as well.
That sucks.
People who live on their own who can't see people now. They're just stranded. Like, this is a horrible way to start a podcast.
We will cheer up in a minute, guys.
But first, we must put our hearts out there to those people who are on their own.
Moment of silence for those sitting on their own on Christmas Day.
It's actually so peak.
It is.
Especially if I can imagine some widow who's there, like some like grandpa who lost the love of his life. Mate. He can barely afford his heating anymore.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? It's like, I saw there was a girl who was on the news, because I watch the news. Who's just a uni student in London who was planning. She lives on her own in a flat, and she was planning to go and like visit family and shit. And now she's just got to sit on her own on Christmas Day.
Gosh,
it's fucking long. What do you do? I thought I had it bad last year. Last year I was so miserable on Christmas Day because I was in Australia and away from my family. Even though I should have been having a fucking sick time, I was still miserable. Let alone being literally sat on your own in a flat in London.
Oh, mate. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. And
sucks.
I just hope it is worth it.
Yeah.
I hope that this lockdown is saving more lives than it's costing, and I hope that COVID is going to be solved and the vaccination works. If it is, then fuck yeah, this is bliss. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we got to do what we got to do. If they had a war, we can have a Christmas on our own. Like, you know what I mean?
But even on Christmas Day in the World War One, they played football together, didn't they? They had a better Christmas than we do. They stopped the war on their Christmas.
That's so funny. That's so funny. It is quite funny, isn't it, when you think about it?
Yeah.
They were just like... It came to Christmas Day, they were looking across the trenches. Because it must have been awkward at first, like... Are they going to be up for it? Or are they going to shoot us in the head?
Yeah, it's like, who's the ballsy guy who just kicks the ball over? Fancy a kickabout.
Yeah, I do wonder how that started. There's probably a story behind that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was on the Sainsbury's advert, a Christmas advert a little while ago, but I don't know how historically accurate that advert was.
I don't trust the Sainsbury's marketing team for historical facts, to be honest.
No. Have you seen the people who have, speaking of Christmas adverts, who have been moaning about the representation of other, like, ethnicities and disabilities and stuff on the Christmas marketing this year? Because I think it's either Sainsbury's or one of the fucking shops it was like a fully black family, and it was just like any other normal Christmas advert, but it was a black family. And there were so many people on Twitter saying like, "Oh, this doesn't represent me. This majority of the UK is white. This shouldn't be a thing. Like this doesn't represent my family. This is not a good Christmas ad to have in the UK." And then it's like, sorry, but you're the same people who like fucking spunk over the John Lewis advert that's a bear and a hare and like a fucking snowman. Like, does that represent you? Is that a good representation of your life?
Oh my God. And like, who gives a shit?
I know. It's the exact same advert you would get.
Who cares? Who cares? Because it's Sainsbury's. You get your groceries from there. They're not.
Just you shouldn't be going to Sainsbury's anyway. It's a shit supermarket.
It is.
Oh, it's just it made no sense.
Sainsbury's doesn't know what it. Sainsbury's doesn't know what it is.
No, and I refuse to shop in Sainsbury's just because I hate their branding. I hate the orange. It's so ugly.
I'm not a big fan of Asda's either.
No,
Asda's branding's horrible.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's that. It looks
Asda's
like too cheap.
It's like Poundland on steroids.
Yeah, all about Tesco's. Big up.
Tesco's or Waitrose. Waitrose is the OG of all supermarkets.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. Their uniforms are beautiful. They're beautiful uniforms. I'm putting out there now.
Uniforms.
Yeah, fucking gorgeous.
I never go in Waitrose.
And their shop layout is just wonderful.
Is it? I literally never go in a Waitrose. I just assume that it's way too expensive for me to even afford like a punnet of grapes.
Probably is. It probably is.
Yeah. Grapes are expensive. Grapes are expensive.
It is funny though. You get them like just so many people buying things like tiramisu.
Oh god,
the amount of tiramisu they must have to stock up on compared to like Tesco's and Asda.
Yeah.
It must be unreal.
All of the really posh people food, like I bet they've got fuckloads of caviar in there.
And shrimp.
Yeah.
And moussaka. Everyone's buying moussaka for some reason.
Moussaka? What the fuck is that?
Yeah. I don't even know, bro, but it's like mincy, courgette, lasagna-y shit. It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Fucking hell.
But posh people love it. I don't know.
No idea. I do like tiramisu though. I've got to say, I used to work in a restaurant and we just used to steal it. We used to just take it out the fridge, and the fucking boss would come along like, "Where have all our desserts gone?" And me and my French friend would stand there like, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. With chocolate and fucking coffee all in our mouths, like all in our teeth. Like her face is covered in tiramisu. No idea. The mystery is just sold out.
It's like a scene out of Horrid Henry.
It It felt a bit like you know the vine of the baby who's completely covered head to toe in peanut butter sitting on the table, like we just got caught fucking covered in tiramisu.
Oh my days, that's too funny. I used to work at a hotel, and just before I came, there's a guy that introduced me to the team, and he was like showing me around. He seemed like a really laid back geezer.
Yeah.
And then he mysteriously left and moved to Switzerland after like 2 weeks of me joining, and I was like, what the fuck? He just upped off and just went. He just fled the country, fully fled the country. And we were like, what? And turns out that mysteriously £20,000 worth of alcohol was missing from the basement.
That's a bit obvious, isn't it?
£20,000 worth, bro.
How do you steal that much?
He'd been giving it free to customers. He had been having parties in the kitchen with the staff.
Oh, classic.
Big up that guy. I wish I was there like a month earlier, I'm telling you. But
that's great. Some people are so ballsy.
It's hilarious. 'Cause if there was a problem with the customer's food, you just get a bottle of wine out, go sit down with them, have a chat, give them a bottle of wine. That's it.
It's good customer service, but it's very bad for business.
Literally.
It's alright doing that once or twice, but fucking £20,000 worth, did you say? That's like a lot of money.
That's a ridiculous amount.
It's a whole year's worth of wages for a lot of people.
Yeah.
More than me.
Yeah. That's theft.
Yeah.
It's what that is. That is theft.
God.
At that point.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Mad respect, though.
Yeah, damn right. You gotta respect it. So it's just the nutsack on that guy to do it and not worry about getting caught. I worry if I accidentally, I think I told the story on the podcast before, I accidentally nicked a bike pump and then I went back and paid for it because I didn't realise I walked out with it in my hand.
Yeah, I do find it mad that people go and just steal stuff.
Yeah,
people underestimate how much balls it takes to burgle someone.
Yeah, you know what I mean. There's a lot of factors against you when you're stealing things.
Yeah, definitely. Or even murder. Murder is it's so clearly wrong, but. Yeah, it does take balls. You can't say it doesn't.
It does.
It
definitely
balls,
takes
regardless.
Mate, it's
some of the most heinous activities. They just take the biggest gonads.
Yeah,
you can't say they're not brave.
No, I used to be scared to fucking cheat on a test, and when do I use any of my test results now? Really, any of the ones I used to cheat on?
Yeah.
But I used to be like, I didn't have the nuts to even fucking do that.
Yeah, and at the time it was such a big deal, but
yeah,
probably would have been fine.
Yeah,
probably would have been fine.
That's the thing. Things at the time always seem like such a big deal, don't they? But then, a week or a year later, it's like, wow, that didn't affect my life in any way. I mean, maybe it does, but you don't notice it, you know?
Yeah. Once you actually think out the consequences of what's happened, usually they haven't had a huge effect on.
Things on the internet, they show up and they're such a big deal at the time, and it's wow, we'll never come back from this. Logan Paul, for example, fucking the Suicide Forest thing. It's wow, this guy is never going to come back from this. YouTube's never going to have the same reputation, and respect that it once had, all because of this one guy. And nobody talks about it anymore. But it was just because it was in the moment. It was such a big thing.
Mate, I think it's just the whole dramatization of it. It takes away the fact that it happened. A lot of the time. Yeah. When it starts blowing up in the news and it's on every news channel, it's everywhere, it's such a big deal at the time. It kind of takes away its importance a bit, because it's trending, you know?
Yeah. And it trends like memes trend, and then it goes out of fashion so quick, doesn't it?
It's not a moral issue anymore as soon as the news get hold of it. As soon as the news get hold of it, it's just news. It's not It's not there's an actual debate to be had as to whether this is right or wrong. It's just, let's get some coverage.
Exactly. I wonder if, coronavirus will get like that, where, in a couple of years, when it's completely over, will we all look back and go, wow, we were all fucking, look how that affected us then, but it hasn't affected our lives since. Well, I suppose it's a bit different because a lot of people have died.
Yeah.
A lot of people have
Yeah.
lost loved ones.
Yeah.
But even then, it's
Yeah.
like, now we're looking at it like, God, are we ever going to be out of this? But in 10 years, we'll be out of it, and it'll be like, wow, we were really
What were we moaning
dramatic.
about? We just sat inside the whole time.
Yeah, now we're at war. Now that we got 10 days until the planet explodes from global warming.
Biden's Alzheimer's is fully kicked in. And he's accidentally launched nukes to South Korea.
David Attenborough's died, and fucking half the species has been wiped out. And we're worrying about having to sit on the sofa.
Just because we couldn't watch our auntie eat the Christmas turkey.
Just because I bought too much frozen turkey, and now my family couldn't come over.
It's quite a funny thing, like, to be really upset about, but it's so
Yeah.
ingrained in our culture.
It is.
That
Yeah.
it is makes sense, you know. Like, it's so funny.
God,
But speaking of big gonads,
yeah.
so Jake Paul,
Oh, he's got big nutsack, hasn't he?
he has got a big nutsack. I feel like it leads him down the wrong lane sometimes, but he's got a big nutsack.
Yeah. He's so he's challenged Conor McGregor, is that right?
Yeah. Not only has he challenged Conor McGregor, he's called his wife a 4.
What, out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. Oh, buddy. What are you doing? Don't go for the wife. She's done nothing wrong. That's so mean.
It's so out of order. It's so unnecessary.
Poor woman. That's
You could have called him a 4, but that's so below the belt.
That's so harsh. That's so fucking harsh.
But like, I don't know. Like you say, this whole remember Logan Paul, like with the Suicide Forest shit.
Yeah.
Like, this will be the same. This will be exactly the same.
Mm.
It will come and it will just go. For anyone who doesn't know what we talk about, we should probably explain actually what's going on.
Well,
here.
you explain to me because I don't really know, to be honest. I know that
Okay.
he offered like 50 million to fight fucking Conor McGregor, didn't he?
That's exactly it. There's a video that he posted where he's wearing the Irish flag, which is obviously
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's home nation and not Jake Paul's.
Yeah.
And he's there with Conor McGregor glasses on, smoking a cigar, Conor McGregor style.
Oh, is that
saying-
what he was? Is that what he was going for? I thought he'd just completely changed his image, and I was like, Jake, this is weird as fuck.
No, I think he I think
Doesn't
it's both, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that just is Jake Paul now. Anyway, he's probably modelling himself off Conor McGregor with his big old beard. and
Probably,
shit.
yeah.
So he's there and he challenges Conor McGregor to a boxing match. And so not an MMA fight, but a boxing match, which isn't obviously Conor's forte, but still.
He fought Mayweather though, didn't he? So he's got
he did
one fight
Mayweather.
experience.
Yeah. And
Mayweather's
he's
the best
supposedly-
boxer in the world, isn't he? So
well, I don't know. I
don't really know
supposedly,
anything about
but I think he's quite old now.
yeah. There was a big deal though. I remember it wasn't it at Reading when that was going on, that fight, when we were there. And
Yeah.
people were streaming it like on projectors on their fucking tent. It was mad.
It was crazy. You walk through Reading and you just hear someone shout, "Fuck the Mayweather!"
Yeah.
But it wasn't just like once. It was like someone would shout it,
All
and
the
it would start
time.
like a Mexican wave of "Fuck the Mayweathers."
Oh god, it's like that whole Alan, Steve, Alan.
Just wake up 4 a.m. Everyone's pinging off their Alan.
Yeah.
Alan. The face is melting off. They're still managing to shout, "Steve, Steve."
They've gurned their teeth off.
So yeah, he challenged him and he offered him. He called him a pussy, of course.
Yeah.
And
Naturally.
and offered him £50 million to fight him.
It's
Which is
an insane amount of money.
That's a
Jake,
lot of
does
money.
Jake even have that much money?
I guess so. I must have been saving up, mate.
He's just been putting it in his piggy bank. I'm going to look up Jake Paul net worth. Because the net worth is usually higher than the actual than his actual
liquid.
amount, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's. Okay,
So-
it's 11.5 million. So he doesn't even have the money.
Do you reckon he's gone to the bank with a PowerPoint presentation?
He's gone to a loan shark.
By the way, guys, I've got this really good idea. So I'm gonna challenge Conor McGregor to a fight, and I'm gonna offer him £50 million, and we're gonna make loads of money.
And the bank's like, yeah, sounds like a great idea. Would you get your face smashed in? Right, I've just looked up, just from looking up Jake Paul's name, you see Logan Paul says brother is fucking dumb for Conor McGregor call-outs. And Joe Rogan calls Jake and Logan Paul legitimate tough guys in show of respect. Fucking hell.
Who said that? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan said that, and he's a tough guy.
Oh, Joe Rogan called Jake Paul and Logan Paul a tough guy.
Yeah, Joe Rogan looks like a thumb.
He does look like a thumb.
Looks like one of them thumb people from Spy Kids, doesn't he?
Like, he's been training neck so much.
Yeah, he has. He's been training neck so much that he just doesn't look like he's got one anymore.
It's unreal. It
Is that where you're trying to get to? Just the point where you
Absolutely
don't
not.
look like...
Well, you start looking like a penguin.
Yeah. A penguin. Yeah, you just morphed into your Club Penguin character. God. Mate, yeah.
It's quite funny.
I'd like to see the fight between Jake and Conor.
Yeah, because I feel like that's just weighted in Conor's favour. Because
Yeah.
with Floyd and Logan Paul are having a fight as well.
Are they?
Yeah,
Ah.
and Logan Paul's quite a lot bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Like, quite a lot bigger.
Logan Paul's huge, actually.
He's fucking enormous.
He is.
He's massive, and Floyd Mayweather's pretty small.
Did KSI win? Or did Logan Paul win?
KSI won.
Mate, it's mad that people like that are fighting fucking Mayweather.
Yeah.
Is that not,
Yeah.
like, insane?
Bro, the bloke's never lost.
Yeah.
He's fought all the best people in his division in the world and never lost.
Mate, I would be shitting my pants. I'd be absolutely shitting my pants.
It's insane what he's doing.
Fuck
It's
that.
insane.
Like, especially a nose like mine, right? It's gonna break instantly.
Well, Logan Paul's got a pretty big old nose.
He has, hasn't he?
He's got a bit of a honker.
Mate, fuck that. Oh my god.
So yeah, it is ballsy, but he's a lot bigger. But with Jake and Conor, I don't know, man. It's like, it's a whole different scenario. Like, Jake's just being such a cunt about it.
Jake's just the pussy younger brother who's just trying, like, he's the younger brother that, like, the older one would just give a unplugged PlayStation controller to and pretend that they're playing with. Jake just wants to join in.
Yeah, he's got some younger brother issues, that's for sure.
He really has. He's got an inferiority complex.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally. But it is funny. It's entertainment.
Yeah, at the end of it's funny that this is like merging the line between internet celebrity and like genuine celebrity.
Yeah,
There's always been a very solid line where they don't really cross very often.
yeah, and like internet celebrities are gonna start getting a lot more respect, I feel.
Mate, yeah.
Like KSI, he's fucking near the top of the charts.
Really?
Yeah, with his song with Nathan Dorr.
Actually
He's,
top of the charts.
Yeah, he's been rapping for a few years, but the guy, he's like, he learned how to box, he learned how to rap, like.
He's doing well, isn't he?
He's gonna get a knighthood at this rate.
Yeah. And do you know what? A lot of internet celebrities are actually more famous than genuine celebrities.
Yeah.
Than what you would class as a mainstream celebrity. Like, you look at fucking followers. David Dobrik has like 18 million subscribers. I don't know how many followers he's got on like Instagram and shit, but 18 million subscribers, and the bloke hasn't uploaded a video since like fucking April.
Really?
Yeah. like he stopped his regular vlogs in like April, but he's still fucking, he's doing well. He's starting a pizza company. Another amazing venture from David Dobrik.
Well, is it going to be like the pizzas cost like 40 quid each?
Just really fucking expensive.
But you might win 25 cents if you eat it all.
Yeah. No, apparently he flew his mate from his hometown. He used to live in Chicago, right? And he flew his friend out to come and live with him. And no one really knew why. People were just... He said that they were doing something to do with business. And he revealed on his podcast that they're starting a pizza company called Dough Bricks Pizza, like pizza dough. And it's going to be an LA based thing that and at the moment they're going through all these fucking taste tests and they're partnering with pizza companies and tasting different shit. And yeah, it's just weird that someone it's like internet celebrities don't have to stay in their lane anymore. You know, like mainstream celebrities generally stay in their profession, don't they? Like musicians stay to being musicians, and fighters stay to being fighters.
You wouldn't see Tom Cruise become a tennis player.
Exactly. But like internet celebrities, they just, because they are famous for being themselves, they just can do whatever the fuck they want.
Mate, it's actually like a quite good form of celebrity.
It is. That's the best way to do it, isn't it?
You don't really have to learn a skill besides promoting yourself.
No. Like, I remember when you'd hear about a celebrity, like, for instance, so a couple of Walking Dead actors, they own, like, a sweet shop.
Yeah.
And that's such a weird thing for them to do. But if an internet celebrity did that, on top of everything else they're doing, it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. That they can just do that. What I mean. And like Dylan Sprouse, one of the fucking Zack and Cody twins, he owns a restaurant or like a restaurant chain or something. And when that was released, everyone was like, what the fuck? This kid's gone from being an actor to being a restaurant manager or whatever. But it would make sense for an internet celebrity to do that.
Yeah, and no one would really question it.
So much freedom. Exactly.
They do. What they also have is leverage. So, like, if take KSI, he releases a song, he's got an entire platform to share it with.
Yeah, and they like him for him rather than just like music.
Yeah.
So they're gonna consume it no matter what.
And so the first one he brought out, which he himself said was absolutely shite, I imagine loads of people would have like hopped on and be like, oh no, that was really good.
Exactly. And he can release a bad song, but because people like him, it's fine. But if a musician releases a bad song, that is their entire career, isn't it? So like,
yeah, exactly. Otherwise, he can create content for the rest of his life. He's good at it.
Yeah. And if he releases a bad song and people don't like his music, he'll be like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll go and do something else.
It's almost as if the best skill at the moment is to be able to create content.
Yeah.
Like, well, that is
a skill we have.
Well, we're working on it. We're getting there. There's
all
very
8 listeners. Very early days.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. It's funny though. It's funny
because it's such a fucking process. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Like when you start creating stuff, you think before you actually try to do it, you're always like, yeah, I could do that. It's easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, to anyone listening, making a podcast, it's very different to what it sounds like.
Yeah. You don't understand how much effort actually goes into this shit. And I genuinely have like a bigger appreciation of the YouTubers and shit that I watch, because I always thought like, oh, they've got such a good life. All they do is like make a video once a week or whatever, or do a podcast once a week and release it, and then they've got the entire week off just to do whatever the fuck they want. But in reality, we do this shit and we have barely any listeners, right?
Yep.
So, but it still takes up fucking so much of our time. It's not just like get together and record. It's like you've got to do fucking everything that comes with it.
You got
and we have no listeners.
Editing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And that's what it's going to be like for like years.
Yeah. And if you
get nowhere. You get nowhere for years. That's the weird thing about like building an online following.
Exactly.
You're talking to fucking no one for ages.
It is so strange, isn't it? But like, and then when you finally get an audience, you've then got to deal with the audience as well, and like do everything on top of creating the content. You've got to interact and fucking do more and more and more. So it is like more than a full-time job, really.
It is,
but it's just because it's
exactly
fun that is
and you're
desirable.
not relying on like a company so much.
Yeah,
For your income, you're actually like independent.
yeah, which is also
is
very
beautiful.
scary, isn't it? Because
It is scary. It is scary, but also having a job can be quite scary because you can just lose it.
yeah, that's
Especially like times like now, so many people have lost their jobs.
That's very true.
I bet everyone's trying to become a fucking internet star at the moment. To be honest.
Yeah, fucking hell. It's a weird time, but yeah, just so much fucking work goes into it. You got to respect them.
Yeah.
And
Without
people
doubt.
can sit and moan about how internet celebrities or celebrities in general have such great lives, but they're the same people who fucking consume all of the shit that these people like post, and they'd be miserable without it. So
Yeah, it's a weird relationship, to be honest.
yeah. Like people would moan about David Dobrik when he was posting 3 times a week or whatever, and say like, God, he's got such a good life. All he does is party and have a good time with his friends. But then, as soon as he's gone and not doing videos, people are like, oh, we really miss it. What are we doing without it?
It's almost like he's got to stay gassed up all the time though. Is what you don't see. Like,
And
if he's not in the mood, it doesn't matter. Like he can't just sit there and not be in the mood and record himself just not being in the mood for like a day.
exactly. And his the process, listening to his podcast is really interesting because it's like behind the scenes of all his insane videos, and like it sounds like the process of him making those videos was nowhere near just fucking put the camera on and record funny shit. It was like, because he had this strict schedule of 3 times a week, he would have to be constantly, no days off, like constantly finding shit to film. And when if there's just nothing going on, then what do you film?
he's just got to come up with ideas constantly.
Yeah.
Like the amount of creative energy that would take.
Exactly. And you can't just keep going to clubs because that does get really fucking boring. So you've got, no one wants to see just fucking Geordie Shore over and over and over again, do they? So
It's true. But I swear you get some entertainers who are so good at entertaining that no matter what they're doing, it's entertaining.
oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like I said entertaining way too many times.
But it all comes down to liking the person, doesn't it?
Like me and Clark, we've been watching. I don't know why I'm talking to third person here.
So Clark and Gingell have been watching. Read it like a fucking audiobook.
We've been watching this girl who sews dresses. Like, and we both been watching this girl without telling each other. Because it's been on, we share the same YouTube channel, so it's on our recommended. Because I started watching it, and then it obviously got recommended for him, and he started watching it, and we've been watching all of these videos that she's posted, and neither of us give a single fuck.
I don't care about fucking
sewing
dressmaking
or fashion.
or anything.
I don't
Her
care
name-
what Kylie Jenner was wearing to the Met Gala. Like, I will never care what Kylie Jenner wears
No,
to the Met Gala.
absolutely
Like,
not. But this girl made the dress that she was wearing, and it's like, wow, that was a really entertaining video. Just because she's an entertaining person.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Makara Tours is her name.
Check her out, honestly. Check
She's
her out.
some fucking great videos, even if you don't like sewing or anything.
Don't need to, honestly.
No.
We hate that shit, but amazing.
Her most recent one is her making a dress from fucking like a Barbie doll, a holiday Christmas Barbie doll thing, and throughout the thing, the overall idea is that she's making this dress, but then she just fucking decorates her. She lives in an RV, and she just decorates that for Christmas halfway through, and it's like, it's very chaotic, but it's so entertaining.
She's such an artistic person that it just comes together incredibly.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, it all comes down to whether you like the people or not. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I try now not to talk about McFly very often because I talk about it a lot. But I will say, just because I like the people, right? I sat there. They did a live stream on their. Like, I subscribe. I pay £10 a month to their website, and it's like a Netflix subscription, and they just release shit on their website, right? And I sat there and watched a live stream of them playing Jenga for 2 hours. Just because I like the people. And it's like, you could just... These people on the internet can get away with anything just because people like them.
It's so true. It's so true. So you just got to be a likable dude. That's it.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny as hell.
I know. 2 hours worth of Jenga play. And I'm not even playing the game, but I was so invested in this fucking Jenga game. And it was, I swear down, I was sitting there fucking cry laughing at this one Jenga game. And I don't know why it was so funny, but it feels like you know the people, you know?
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's the age of the internet, man. Like, it's odd because a lot of the time this isn't like what other people's lives are like, you know?
No.
Like, with David Dobrik's videos are the best bits.
Yeah, exactly.
He's purposely made comedic.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you just like assimilate that with being David Dobrik.
Exactly. And like, he's not going to show the whole behind the scenes fucking stressful process. He's only going to show the good bits. So it's like any social media, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you only show the good bits. But like, he would film for an entire day with a celebrity. Like, he filmed for an entire day with Kevin Hart and only put him in the video for like 30 seconds. And
what?
and didn't even use him as the clickbait. It's mad.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because he just went, it just didn't fit in with the whole vibe of this video.
Oh my days. Fair play to him.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and he had very good discipline with making the videos.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. And like, he'd film with Kendall Jenner and shit, and just would put them in there for like the shortest amount of time.
Did he have to pay? Does he have to pay for these people?
I don't think so, because not now. I don't think he ever did, really. I think it was just like he'd just reach out to people, or people would reach out to him. Like, he got DMs from fucking Kylie Jenner, and just she there was one where she messaged him and just went like, "We all fucking love watching your videos. Would love to hang out." And they just like showed up later on in the video. It's insane.
So cool. That's so cool.
Because he's that big of a celebrity now.
Bro, what the fuck? Just like being able to make videos is crazy. It's crazy.
Mate, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I feel as soon as you've got the ball rolling and you've got people interested in you, then it just like fucking goes from there, doesn't it? As soon as you hit the first 1 million subscribers, people just seem to go straight to the top, don't they? It's insane.
It's insane. It is insane. Mate, the world we live in at the moment, we're just like so ill prepared for it.
It's dangerous because you can get some fucking idiots in the limelight, like the Paul brothers back in like when they were first big.
Yeah, there's milk in the system.
Yeah, they shot
suckling
straight
from
to
the
top.
teat. Suckling from the teat. That's what they're doing.
Exactly, mate.
But you know what?
Mad.
It's
You know
crazy.
what it
It's
is.
crazy.
Yeah, and then there's us just trying to get by doing a bi-weekly podcast. We were talking, me and you, we were talking about that Quiplash game, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played a version of that the other day with a couple of mates on, you can just play it, there's like an app you can get, I can't remember what it's called. But we were playing that while we were having a couple of drinks, and I got absolutely fucking rinsed on like every single one. It's called Psych. It's an Ellen DeGeneres game. It's like a bit like, it's from the people who make Heads Up.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good fun, but I got rinsed. So many of them were like questions like the type of person who's wasting their life away, and I got so many were like fucking the guy trying to make a living out of a podcast. I was getting destroyed for doing this shit. Oh god,
Bro, that's bound to happen. That's what they said. That's what I said about Kanye West, though.
Yeah,
bring up Kanye again. He got voted least likely to succeed at high school.
Really?
I find that shit so funny.
Fucking hell.
Like, it just shows how little high schoolers know.
That shows how little high school matters.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Mate, that's mad, isn't it? Yeah, and you'd see fucking the people who would get voted like most likely to be a celebrity, and they just never do anything with their talent.
Yeah, exactly. It's like peaking at high school is so real.
It is, because
It's so
yeah,
real.
the people who showed off their talent at high school just they seem to get it all out of their system, and then no one really cares by the time like it actually matters.
Well, you kind of lose the audience.
Yeah, it's true.
As soon as you hit like 17 or 18, no one really cares anymore.
Yeah.
You know, people are just trying to live their own lives. They're not like so embedded in the social hierarchy.
Exactly. And like the people with the talent, if they would have been made YouTube videos, right, of like displaying their talent back in the day when like we were in high school, then they'd probably be huge by now. But
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
such a stigma when we were in high school about YouTube.
was,
Like,
mate.
do you remember if one person put a video of them singing on YouTube,
That was it. Yeah,
it was
that
like
it.
the end of their social status. Even if it was a good video, people would just shit on them for doing it, and people would play it in the corridor, and it was like, God.
Yeah, it's toxic. It's actually very toxic.
Well, it was
Like-
anyway. I suppose it might be a bit different now for like kids. Because
Yeah,
kids fucking
it probably
go on
is,
TikTok
actually.
and stuff.
Like, I think it was back then when the internet was quite new.
Yeah,
But,
but that was
yeah.
the time to hop on it, because you can be like fucking PewDiePie. He was
Yeah.
the first one to do like proper horror games and shit, and now he's the fucking biggest person on YouTube.
So true. Like, I remember those guys at our high school doing like FIFA unpackings and FIFA games, and they just got ripped to shit.
Yeah.
Like, and they were just starting out, so of course they're gonna be shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
and had they carried on, they might be big by now.
So true. It's so true.
Follow your dreams, people.
Yeah, ignore what everyone says. Not that we know or have achieved any success to be able to give you advice, but
Exactly. We're trying it. We're trying, okay?
this is us just defending our own situation. Really.
That's exactly what it is. We just like, we're not losers, trust me. Be like us. We're gonna be successful.
Just wait. You'll see.
Yeah. But it's the people who rip you for it are also the people that listen. Do you know what I mean? Like the people who were fucking putting those answers on that Quiplash game to me have listened and have genuinely enjoyed it.
That's it though. I had two housemates last year that were DJs. I'd take the piss out of them on Quiplash, but they were performing in clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was not. So it's like, you know, what I'm just attacking from not a position of strength, really.
Yeah, precisely. And like, you can even attack someone's fucking hairstyle.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. Even if you really like it, if it's a tiny bit out of norm, you just fucking attack them for it and be like, well, you got stupid hair. Even if you really, really like the cut. It's just because you're not confident enough to pull it off.
Or even try it, like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's why when I see people trying shit, like, I'm like, a part of me wants to laugh at them, but the other part is like, to be fair,
Yeah, respect.
I
Like,
saw
that
someone
guy's
try
wearing a
and-
ridiculous shirt, but
but like, he is, you know, doing it.
yeah, wish I could.
Like, I saw someone try to put up some curtain poles yesterday because I was, because of the situation I was in, which I'll go on to explain.
Okay, yeah.
And I saw them put up curtain poles. I was just fucking laughing, and then I was like, you know what? I still haven't attempted putting up curtain poles. I can't
Big
laugh
ups
at
for
them,
trying.
like, for failing to put up curtain poles. And I have no idea how difficult it actually is.
Yeah, it's probably fucking really hard.
It looks it. It looks it. She was struggling. She was struggling.
Oh dear. So just tell everyone what your situation was yesterday, Ginger.
So I was delivering parcels as I do most days, and
Just grinding it out.
grinding out this Christmas fucking period.
Bet it's
You know what I
busy.
mean?
Bet it's a nightmare.
It was a great time to be a delivery driver, I tell you.
It's a great time to be a fucking cheese stacker in a supermarket as well. Jesus Christ. Flying off the shelves, mate.
Yeah, I bet. Honestly, like the amount of delivery drivers that are like Amazon have hired half the country. I'm pretty
I
sure.
bet they have. Fucking hell.
So yeah, I was driving down this very small road, and I realised I was either going to have to reverse all the way back down it to get out.
Yeah, like a mile back.
Yeah. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to reverse round onto the grass area in front of all the houses.
Yeah.
So I do that, and then I reverse back.
Yep.
And then I got to drive forward, and there is no drive.
Oh.
There's no driving forward. No forward action
no
occurs.
power.
I'm just stuck.
Absolutely no friction under your tyres.
Absolute nightmare. All the neighbours start coming out because they can hear me revving back and forward, desperately trying to get out of the sinkhole I've created. It's like the whole neighbourhood.
Deeper and deeper.
The whole neighbourhood's come out to offer me teas and coffees, asking if I'm alright. Yeah, I'm fine. Bloke with a shovel arrives.
Oh my god.
Trying to shovel our way out. Trying to get a fucking Ford Transit out of a load of mud with a shovel.
That's so funny.
It's like trying to pick a lock with a hammer.
Fucking hell. It's only you get in these situations. You've had so many fuck ups with this van.
Mate, I even talked about Harvard, if I tell you. But
I bet. Fucking that concrete one made me cry. I told my parents about that and they were fucking wetting themselves.
It was so bad, mate. I felt awful about that. I actually would have said something, but I knew I just would have been sued for it.
That's so funny.
I'd have been taken to court, and like I've talked about it in the podcast now, so I'm not going to own up to that shit. Like there is clear evidence that I did it. Like,
dear. It's okay.
It's funny.
Oh
but yeah, God. The RAC ended up showing up like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Charged me 150 quid for what was a 5-minute job.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Joke. They just towed me out. Bro. Just showed up and
150 quid.
Literally, got a rope out, stuck a fucking thing in the front of the van, tied it up, pulled it out. 5 minutes. They charged £150 for it. Sort of business model.
Fucking ridiculous.
And like the second time I phoned up to ask like if they could help me, it was like 180. I was like, no, you said 150 earlier. He was like, oh yeah, you want the discounted price. I was like, the fucking discounted price? That's the discounted price. Like, what is this, Harrods? Scam. Jesus. It's Christmas, Christ. Brother. Give him a break.
Merry fucking Christmas to you too.
Looks like my nan won't be getting that bicycle then.
I won't be seeing her, and she won't be getting a bike. Thanks, Boris. Thanks, RAC.
Oh, God.
God.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a scam.
It's a scam. Bro, the government's a scam. The RAC are a scam.
Everyone's a scam.
Everything that doesn't go my way is a scam.
It is. God.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the music section of the podcast.
And welcome to the music section.
We're here to talk about music.
Music. Get lost on music. Get lost on music. Get lost on music. Get lost on music. Kill me, I'm dead inside. Kill me, I want to cry. So
what did you think of Hybrid Minds?
This is very good. I explained briefly about what I thought about it to you before we started recording. Basically, it's a perfect song to, if you were on holiday with your lads or ladies, and you're all sitting around a pool in a lovely hot weather, and you got a nice, maybe a Bose speaker, maybe a Bose, maybe a fucking one of them Bob Marley speakers. Maybe you got one of them out, and you just jam to that song, all with a couple of drinks around the pool, little pool party type song. That's what I think.
There's something about liquid drum and bass that really has a holiday vibe about it.
Like a cocktail vibe.
Yeah, I can imagine being on like a boat party.
Yeah,
and having that playing.
Yeah, with everyone in their fucking swimming shorts and bikinis and just vibing out in the middle of the
Bro,
Middle
I
of
can't
the
wait for that. I can't
ocean.
wait to go to
Oh
one of
my
those.
God.
There is gonna come a day where it's just gonna be
we
awesome.
can.
Yeah, we just go.
We're
on a
allowed.
breakaway.
So what did you think of Borderline?
Borderline was nice. It was kind of the song I think that you'd play once you got into your Airbnb. You know what I mean? You just arrived, your shit's in the Airbnb, you're playing that music to kind of catch out the vibe of the country.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe making plans for the next day. You've got that one in the background.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fair play.
Enjoyed it.
We did have a quick... Oh, no, wait. We already did that, didn't we?
Sorry?
I'm confused about what we...
We've got to talk about this week's mood now.
Yeah.
Which is...
I'm fucking lost.
This happens every week. We always get mixed up with this shit. We just, like, both of us just turn retarded as soon as we talk about music. I don't know why.
Yeah, we do. It's like people who say that they're like Screamo.
Pew, pew, pew!
We just get... Oh, that was just an unnecessary attack. Right, continue.
Out of nowhere. So the mood for this week was post-nut clarity.
Yeah, it was.
Awakening.
What have you got for me?
Awakening from the days of horniness.
Yeah, or should we... We've got one recommendation for this first, so should we do that first?
Yeah,
and then we'll
let's
say
do that.
ours. 17 Girls in a Row by Steel Panther. Amazing. Thanks to Sebastian for that.
Oh, 17. Bro, respect Sebastian if that's what your post-nut clarity looks like.
The album's called Balls Out. Oh my god. That is a heavy song.
Bro, I like that. I like it. Feeling yourself.
Fucking hell. That's after I've finished, there's no way I'm in that sort of mood.
I can see where he's coming from. It's like a hell yeah kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bro, you like 17 girls later and you just chucking that one. Yeah.
See, I've gone from the
up.
point of view of being on your own.
You see, this is for the masturbators out there. This is what it looks like.
Mine wasn't being with someone. Mine was being on your own.
Oh no.
Shows what sort of mind space I'm in right now.
Lockdown's taking a toll, brothers.
Yeah. So what have you got? What have you got then?
I've got Melancholy Hill by the Critters. It's just kind of like a
Melancholy. How do you spell that?
just melon as you'd spell melon, and then
Melon.
CHOLY.
There it is. That's not how you'd spell melon. That's really nice. I like it. It's got a good vibe. It's got a happy vibe.
It is. It's like an emptiness. It's like an empty happy.
Really nice artwork on that cover art on that. Looks a bit like a Minecraft. Looks a bit like a Minecraft build for all the nerds out there. So what I've got for you is I've gone for the vibe of you're on your own and you've just had a little 5-knuckle shuffle, and then afterwards you're just like, mate, what is my life? What am I doing with my life? I'm alone in my bed. You know, that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And this is what I've gone for. It's called Tough by Lewis Capaldi, but the acoustic version, so even sadder.
Who's ever been the lonely one, trying to mend the heart that keeps breaking?
Oh,
That's dark.
that song hits you in the feels, mate.
You put it at the exact right time as well.
Yeah.
The heart that keeps breaking, bro. You fucking imagine hearing that after having a wank. Jesus.
Puts you in a very sad mood.
God.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Right.
So the move for next week.
Yep.
Got a bit of a rogue one this week.
Oh.
It's a burglar breaking into your house.
Burglar breaking into your house.
Burglar breaking into your house.
Okay.
That's the mood.
Burglar.
Yeah. Take.
That
that
sort
way
of
you
fits
will.
in with what we were talking about. We
Yeah.
were talking about stealing things, weren't we?
Yeah. But you're not the burglar. You're the burglee.
Berkeley. Okay. You're the mug who's been burgled. You're the mug who got mugged. Okay, let's go to the questions.
Okay. So from now on, like I said last week, I think I did say this. I'm gonna do them based off the moods for the previous week, for the current week. Sorry. So
Yes.
this week's mood was post-nut clarity. So this is a conversation between the nutty and the nutter.
Can we not both have nutted?
Yeah, I suppose you probably could.
Have one of us made the other one nut? Is that what you're going for?
I guess so.
Just me and you.
It didn't have to be me and you. I mean, just
Shit just got real weird real quick.
bro, you're making me uncomfortable.
Sorry, what's wrong with a bit of bum fun?
I mean, lockdown has been hard on us all,
It's been tough.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Right then.
Okay.
So who wants to be the nutty?
No one. I don't think anyone wants to be the nutty. Nutty is definitely the worst position to be. Okay, I'll be the nutty. Go on.
All right. Okay. How was that?
Did you enjoy it?
Should I have?
Didn't you nut?
Aren't you the nutty?
Aren't you the nutter?
Wait, hang on. Is nutty and nutter not the same thing?
No! There's the nutty who's been nutted in, and then the nutter who's doing the nutting. That's your brain. Bro, you're right.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to.
I can see you're working overtime over here, but it's
Yeah,
the
my
nutter
brain's.
is the one doing the nutting. The nutter, the nutty is the one who receives the nut, like the chopper and the choppy for the onion. The one who's doing the chopping, the one who's being chopped, or the burglar and the burglary. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, okay, I've got you. So I fucked that one up. Well done, you win again. God, I'm an idiot, aren't I? My fucking brain is just... I swear I've only got half a brain.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Tune in for more questions, games, more jokes, and a good time. That was a horrific ending. Thank you very much.
Bye.